Hello, fellow Movie Crusaders, and welcome to another episode. As today, we're going to be reviewing the latest movie to hit streaming services, this time on Hulu, as this is one of Brian Michaels' most anticipated films of 2021, and that is the action film Boss Level. Now, for many people who watch The Weekend Crusaders, you guys know Brian Michaels is my co-host, and he has been talking about this movie for quite a while because he actually got to see this film last year. So he had constantly been telling me about this movie called Boss Level. I finally got to see a trailer for it a couple weeks back, and I loved the way the trailer looked. I'm a huge fan of the lead actor, Frank Grillo. Most people will probably know him as Crossbones from the MCU. I personally know him from the fantastic show that was on DirecTV called Kingdom, about an MMA family. If you guys have any way of seeing Kingdom, go out of your way to see that. Frank Grillo is fantastic in it, as well as Nick Jonas and a couple other people on the show. It's a fantastic show. But Frank Grillo front and center here as the lead. You also got Mel Gibson back doing the kind of villain role. You got Naomi Watts, Will Sasso from Mad TV. You got Ken Jeong in a small part as well. The main basis of this film, and a lot of people are going to see this and go, this is basically like a Groundhog Day movie. We've been getting a lot of those lately with Happy Death Day, Palm Springs, Freaky, where people, not Freaky. Freaky's not a Groundhog Day movie, my bad. It's a body swap movie. But where we're constantly getting these kinds of films where it's just repeat over and over and over and over again. Freaky's a little different because, well, yes, Freaky is kind of like a Groundhog Day thing where he keeps repeating the same day over again. This is very much like a video game. You basically start the level like this one guy is doing. He wakes up and he's immediately being attacked by this guy with a machete. And every time he dies, he basically restarts the level at the same point. He gets to a certain distance each time and then dies via these bosses or hitmen, and has to keep trying to figure out different ways and different strategies to try to get by them to try to make it past the day, while also trying to figure out clues to why this is happening to him and how he can try to stop it. And that's basically the general plot of Boss Level. Like I said, the main thing when it comes to these movies, and I said this with Palm Springs and Happy Death Day, stuff like that, is that yes, the repetition story has been done quite a few times. It was mastered in Groundhog Day and has been redone in different ways. Like I said, with Happy Death Day, they did the horror angle. With Palm Springs, they did the rom-com angle. With this one, because it feels more action heavy with like a video game-esque thing, that was the main thing I was intrigued with, because like I had said previously, if you can tell an energetic, fun story on the plot that we have seen many times before, you'll have me hook, line, and sinker. And the thing with Boss Level is with Frank Grillo, he does a great job of being a believable character. Through this, he's a special ops guy, and he first off gotten phenomenal. He's always in great shape. He got in phenomenal shape for this film, but making you kind of root for him. You know, he's kind of like a Bruce Willis type of character from like Die Hard, except that he's more of a badass, where he keeps dying, and some of the times he dies, it's funny, and he also has kind of had a sense of humor about the way he dies. There are certain times where he'll just die because, like, and I think anyone who's played a video game knows where if you're trying to go to a certain level and you messed up on something and you know that you're just screwed, you'll just go out and just get killed so you can start back over again. And he does that in this film at certain points where he realizes, crap, I messed up. All right, just kill me. Let me restart. And it's funny. It's got that humor to it. For anyone who's ever played a video game, you guys are definitely going to get a lot of these jokes and are probably going to laugh at a lot of these jokes, because in a video game atmosphere, we've all been there and we've done these things that Frank Grillo is doing in person compared to it being just a video game. Outside of Frank Grillo, like I say, who does a great job in this performance, Mel Gibson, he's not in it as much as I would have liked him to be, but I think he does a real solid job of kind of being the villain for the little part that he is in of it. Naomi Watts, she doesn't really get a whole lot to do, but the scenes that she is in, she does, the best she can with what she's given. Naomi Watts is a fantastic actress. So She's really solid in her part. The one person I kind of want to stand out on, because I loved her character, is Selena Lowe. She plays Wan Yin, which is one of the assassins, and anyone who's seen the movie is going to remember her. And you're going to remember the line, because just like in a video game, like a Street Fighter or a Mortal Kombat, usually when you're fighting someone and they win the battle, their character will always have like some saying at the end. Wan Lin definitely has that. And I'm not gonna say the line as much as I would love to, but she says it like 50 times in the movie, because she's probably the one that kills Roy, played by Frank Grillo's character, the most. And each time she kills him, it is funny in a way. There's great unique characters. Are there certain story elements that you wish you had a little more backstory on, or a little more meat on the bone? Yes, but the problem is that the Roy character doesn't know this, or he's on a certain kind of clock, so he can only do so much with the time that's given. Sure, would I have loved to have known more about Michelle Yeoh's character, Dai Fing, who teaches him how to use a sword? Absolutely, but his focal point is following this storyline. It is not her story. Could we have gotten more from Mel Gibson? Absolutely, but once again, this is Roy's storyline, and we're following his journey in the video game. There's not really separate, in terms of gaming kind of situations, cutscenes that are going to take you away from Roy. It is Roy's movie, and you're following his journey and his mission of the game. So there are certain story elements that probably could have been a little stronger. Probably could have used some scenes where maybe it was telling us the story outside of what's going on with Roy. But once again, this is a day that's consistently on loop. He finds out little things here and there that adds more elements to the story, answers a lot more questions to the story. Could there have been a little bit more? Sure, but that is not the movie that they were trying to tell. They're literally trying to do a video game version of Groundhog Day. And in terms of, were they capable of pulling that off? Absolutely. The action is great. The fight scenes are well choreographed. It's gruesome in the right kind of way. The death scenes, some are brutal, some are funny. The most important thing about this movie, are you going to have fun watching it? Absolutely. I had a blast watching this movie. I love the characters. I loved, like I said, Frank Grillo's Roy character. I'm not normally a huge fan of Ken Jeong, but Ken Jeong's small part in the film, I liked him in it. I liked Sean McKinney's Dave. Maybe people will know him from the TV show The Neighborhood. Like I said, I loved Wan Yin. There's a lot of characters to like in this. And for anyone who was a fan of last year's Guns Akimbo, which was kind of like a real-life version of like Manhunt, The Running Man / GTA, you're going to love this movie. If you're a fan of video games and have played video games, you're going to love this movie. If you like the Groundhog Day aspect of a film and you want to see it done in a action film level, you're going to love this movie. Thus to say, I love this movie. I think Boss Level's fantastic, and Brian Michaels was 100% correct in saying that I would love this film. He has not steered me wrong yet. So I strongly, strongly recommend checking out Boss Level. It is on Hulu right now. Going to my overall review, I'm going to give Boss Level an 86%, which is an A score. No, it is not the best movie of the year. It's not the best acted or anything like that, but it is a hell of a lot of fun to watch. I enjoyed it immensely, and I will definitely rewatch this film many, many times here in the near future. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys did, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button to the channel so you guys stay up to date with all the latest videos that pop up on the Movie Crusaders. And of course, don't forget to follow us on all the social media outlets you see below. Coming up next, we have a review for the comedy that is basically 30 years, at least in the making, Coming to America. So be on the lookout for that review. And until next time, in case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Movie Crusaders.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.